You know who I am. There's no way you found this video unless you were subscribed to me, because I've not uploaded a video in months. The YouTube algorithm will not push this video out. But anyways, guys, like and subscribe, whatever. High hopes, low expectations. Intro out of the way. Also, probably, I don't know what gameplay is going to be on, but I need to go record some gameplay, actually. So it's probably not going to be very good, considering I have not played Arkham in, I don't know, the last time I was active on this channel. So I'm probably going to try to play Harley Quinn as well. But just excuse the gameplay. Anyways, into the video. The Suicide Squad is amazing. I don't know why you're watching this review. Go watch the movie. This is spoiler free, by the way. Just don't worry about it. I'm probably going to talk spoilers later, but do not worry. I will tell you when that comes up and you can leave the video. I'll give you plenty of time. The Suicide Squad movie is absolutely amazing. James Gunn did a phenomenal job. It was perfect. It was awesome is the word that I would describe it. I mean, every character is unique. And this sounds weird, but I remember when Suicide Squad 2016 came out, the best thing, and I liked that movie, by the way, keep in mind, I liked that movie. The best thing people could say about that movie was that it was a fun summer action movie at its best. And you know what? I don't like that movie anymore. They say it was a fun summer action movie at its best. This actually is a fun summer action movie. That with Suicide Squad 2016, that was a stretch to call that a fun summer action movie. This is a legitimate fun summer action movie, and it's not a fun, dumb summer action movie. I mean, it is kind of dumb. You don't need to be super intelligent to understand the movie, but it's not dumb as in the movie is just crappy, put together over, the script was written in 2 weeks. It is actually really well thought out. There's a point in the movie where I literally looked over to my friend in her seat and I said to her, oh my god, that foreshadowing earlier in the movie was so good. I didn't even realize it was foreshadowing, but it stuck in my head, and it's beautiful, and I'll tell you what I'm talking about later when I get to the spoilers. But it is, the opening scene, I will say, is probably one of the best opening scenes I have seen in a very long time. It rivals, I don't want to say it beats The Dark Knight, but it does rival The Dark Knight, I would say, the opening action scene. It's so good, and there's so many characters. I was worried that it would be too convoluted with too many boring C-D-list characters. I was worried James Gunn was going too far, trying too hard to include all these characters. No, I wanted more. Throughout the movie, I'm like, I wish there were more than like 12 characters. They need more. They were all so good and so developed, and even though they had like, little screen time realistically, because it is it's only a 2-hour movie when you have that many characters, but Polka Dot Man was my favorite character, and my friend's favorite character too, which is saying something. Like, Polka Dot Man. I never thought I would say that, but watching the movie, watching a DC comic book movie, Polka Dot Man was the star of the show. And if you guys seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I just loved it. The actor killed it in the role. I forget his name, but he played Thomas Schiff in The Dark Knight, and I was really excited to see him in this movie. And he is such surprisingly a good actor. Like, he's so funny. Like, his timing, his comedic timing, he's like that. Like, every line he says from the trailer when they're like, oh, we're all gonna die, and he's like, I hope so, to later in the movie where he has such a personality, and he's relatable in a weird way in some instances. It's just funny. It's funny. It doesn't take itself too seriously. That's the best part of the movie. It's a comic book movie, and it embraces it, and it doesn't make fun of itself either, but it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it doesn't make fun of itself either. It's just self-aware, and I love it. It's just the perfect blend. The pacing is awesome. And by the way, I did go see this with a friend. So here's, it's still spoiler free. I was going to go, no one in my friend group wanted to go see the movie, by the way. I did not expect it to be good. Okay, so backstory. The girl that I went with said right before the movie, like, this might not be a good thing to say before the movie, but I've never seen any of the Suicide Squad movies, and I don't like DC at all. She's just like, I just don't like it. And I'm like, okay, we'll give it a chance. And she even said it was really, like, she had a good time. And it's just so good. And since I am a simp for DC, not entirely, I actually don't like a lot of DC movies nowadays. I guess I'm an unreliable source for a review of a DC movie. I guess I'll say some of the things she says, and she was completely unbiased. Actually, she was biased against DC. She actually really enjoyed the movie, but the complaints that she had was that she didn't like the time jumps. And I will say there are like, and the movie will do this thing where like it's a really big moment. Two characters are having a standoff. They're having a shootout. One character's like about to die. They're on their deathbed. Something's about to happen. It's really dramatic. And then it'll do 8 minutes earlier or 3 days earlier or, whatever. And she was really annoyed by that. And I'm going to be honest, I actually thought it was brilliant. I love the way James Gunn did it. It did it in a way to where almost as if it was funny. Like this really dramatic moment is about to happen. The character is about to get shot. And then it just like it was self-aware that it knows that it's the title card, not the title cards, but the little time cards of like 16 minutes before is it's self-aware that it annoys you, and it's just funny, and it's creative too. I love it, and the pacing is so good. So I didn't think it was a big issue, but it did that like 3 or 4 times throughout the movie. Another thing she didn't like was the comic relief characters. She said there were too many comic relief characters, but I think that's a problem she just has in movies in general, since she doesn't like comic relief characters in general, she said, so I don't think you should take that complaint too seriously. And she did say that King Shark, she said that he sucked and that it was a wasted role for Sylvester Stallone, which I completely disagree with. King Shark was absolutely awesome. I don't know what she was on, but it's just such a good movie. The pacing is good. The characters are good. The character development, every character surprisingly, every main character has a surprisingly really good and like almost like emotional backstory. Not like tugging on your heartstrings, oh that's so sad, but like it gives depth. The characters have depth to them. It's perfect. I loved it. All right. Go see this movie. Why are you watching this video if you're on the fence of seeing the movie? Like, you should go see the movie because you're on my channel. You're obviously a very big DC fan. Why are you watching for my opinion? Just go see it. So I gotta say, watch a more professional review. Also, one last thought before I get into the spoilers. Look, the camera work, the cinematography, the shots were just absolutely beautiful. The visuals were stunning. It was amazing, like, the shot when they're all in the rain, the shot, I love the panning out shots where you see the whole team, like the one when they're walking through the rain, the one with the American flags behind them, and there's this one, not a spoiler, but there's a fight scene where Peacemaker's helmet is on the ground, and the camera pans around his helmet, like it goes, and you see the fight scene in the reflection of the helmet, and it is just absolutely beautiful. Sorry if my mic sounds weird, I'm getting farther and closer away from it, and its angle, I'm sorry, but anyways, all that being said, it was a great movie. Go see it. Just go see it. It's amazing. Now we're going to get into spoilers. This is your warning. If you do not want to be spoiled, please click off and come back to this video later. Or who am I kidding? You're not going to want to come back to this later. This video sucks. But anyways, spoiler warning. Here we go. Spoilers. So the beach scene. Can we talk about that for a second? I loved it. Oh my god. I had the biggest smile on my face when that started happening. Everyone just started getting killed off. Only complaint is, I wish more people died, because there were so many people in the movie, but then after the beach scene, there's only like 6 main characters, and then, oh my god, Polka Dot Man and Rick Flag, and then of course Milton, but like, I feel like we should have had more time with those original 12 characters than have them killed off, like, throughout the movie. Space out the killings a little bit, make it a little more sporadic. That being said, I love the beach scene. I just wish there were like, maybe a larger main team in the actual movie. I wish they somehow could cram more characters, but then again, that's pushing it too much character development, too many characters, too much screen time. I understand that. It's a very minor complaint. Not even a complaint. Okay, so, Polka Dot Man. I don't like that he died. I don't like it. He was my favorite character. And literally the person that I came with, she was like, what the frick? She dropped that bomb in the middle of the theater and really loud, and we're like, why did he just die? Like, we were actually really, the I'm a superhero scene made me legitimately grin. Like, I was smiling on my face. I was so happy for him. And then he died, which is fine because, he hoped that he would die on the mission, so he was happy, and he was happy in his last moments. And I know it doesn't make sense to have him in a sequel. His powers aren't that, like, he's kind of replaceable. And the character wasn't, like, really crucial to the story, but, like, I just like his character, it was just a dude that I liked, so I'm upset that he died, and realistically, I don't see him working in any other way. I can't see them making a Polka Dot Man spin-off movie. I just don't see it. The only way he could have worked was with James Gunn, and that's the only time we're ever going to see Polka Dot Man realistically, sadly, and that makes me sad. But regardless, Peacemaker, I hate him. I didn't like it. It was John Cena. No, he was really good. I actually liked him until the hard drive scene. I just can't. Rick Flag. I think I'm not that upset about Rick Flag dying, I guess. He kind of had, but like, he didn't have to die, Milton too. Rip Milton. But that was funny. I like that. But Peacemaker, I don't like him, and I don't like that he survived, and I don't like he's getting a TV series. I don't mean to be the Debbie Downer, but I don't like that. I just don't like why is he the one that survived? Honestly. I just don't like him as a character. Really don't like him. Also, the foreshadowing that I was talking about earlier in the video that I turned over, I was like, oh my god, that was really good foreshadowing, was the bullets. When Peacemaker was talking with Bloodsport about the bullets, it was really good. I love that little foreshadowing. It was so good. I didn't even pick it up as foreshadowing. I thought it was just like exposition, like just explaining their gear, like, oh, okay, this is just for the nerds. I didn't realize it was actually important later in the movie. I thought it was just like a pissing macho man match, like banter. I didn't realize it was just so beautifully written. For such a crude humor movie, it's actually really well, and I think it's better than both Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I think it's better than the first Suicide Squad movie by far, and I liked all those movies, by the way. I love them. I love all those movies, but I'm sorry, this movie is just amazing. Also, Bloodsport, amazing character. Like, seriously, I wish that Bloodsport, I know that he's only there because Will Smith did not want to come on for this movie, which makes me upset, because it's like, oh, why does that one actor just have to ruin it? That would have been so cool if he came back. But honestly, this is better. The only complaint that I have is just he's too similar to Deadshot, but he's also better than Deadshot. I like him better than I like Will Smith's Deadshot. I do. Bloodsport's awesome. He has a more compelling character. I like his relationship with his daughter is more complicated. I love that little flip the script that they did. Obviously, I feel like it was written for Will Smith, the whole daughter thing, and then he had to rewrite the script slightly for Bloodsport, and James Gunn knew that we knew that, so he knew that we were expecting him to love his daughter. I was not expecting their interaction to go like that at the end of the movie, and it was very funny. James Gunn is just so brilliant with everything he did. It was just stunning, beautiful. Oh my god, did I talk about the camera shots? I did, but the movie just looks great. The colors just pop. It's so good. Anyways, you know what? Maybe another video. If I have the energy, I'll make another video about how Bloodsport should be in the Suicide Squad game for Rocksteady, not Deadshot, just because I like him that much now. Bloodsport is awesome. Oh my god, and that final battle between him and Peacemaker, even though it's literally one single shot and it's ridiculous and it's such a dumb movie trope, the two bullets colliding, I love it. It's a fun summer action movie. It's perfect and it's not too dumb, like I said before. But it's a great movie. I enjoyed it. Definitely in my top 3 DCU movies. Honestly, thinking of them now, can't really think of too many DCU movies that I really enjoyed. Like this one, Zack Snyder's Justice League is probably number 1. I haven't seen the other ones in quite some time, like BVS. Haven't seen it since 2016, so I can't really rate it fairly. But Suicide Squad is number 2 right now. It's really good. So, by the way, this is really far into the video. Can't believe I haven't asked this question yet. But if you made it this far in the video, what was your favorite character? I already asked that question on Twitter. I got a few. I love the variety of responses. A lot of people like Ratcatcher 2, but a lot of people seem to really like Ratcatcher 2. A lot of people like King Shark. Not a lot of people like Polka Dot Man. I'm surprised. It was just me that liked Polka Dot Man. But John Cena. People actually like Peacemaker. I didn't like him. I don't like him anymore. Which I know is a hot take. Bloodsport, there's a lot of variety with the characters here. Who's your favorite? Could be Weasel. Could be someone who had 5 seconds of screen time. I love James Gunn through all these. That's a testament to how good this movie is, how many characters that it has. Who's your favorite? Let me know down in the comments below. And also, please put a spoiler warning and please do the read more thing in the YouTube comments before you go into any spoilers. But what was your favorite part of the movie? What was your favorite part? This sounds weird, and I hate saying that the beginning of the movie is my favorite part. You never want to say that, because that means the rest of the movie is not as good. But the beginning, the beach scene was just... I wish the more of the movie was like that. But besides that, honestly, my favorite part was probably the Polka Dot Man, I'm a superhero thing before he died. If you just crop out the video right before he dies, then that's my favorite part, because I genuinely felt happy for him. And Polka Dot Man was just the club when they're in the strip club. That was funny too. The movie was just good. It was just a good movie. I want a sequel. I want The Suicide Squad 2 or The Suicide Squad. I don't care. Just give James Gunn more DC movies. I don't care if it changes the tone of DC, if it makes it more like Marvel. Feel free to disagree with me, but I really enjoyed it. But anyways, thank you for your attention. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you. Stay awesome, y'all.